Alright. Oi, oi, oi. Now, a preface to this stream. Unbeknownst to anyone who watches these things now or later, I have made several mistakes. Hence the title of this stream. If that's ever even documented. I don't know where I would document that. And also the upcoming headwear, the attire that I've chosen to don for this particular stream. It'll become very apparent what I'm talking about momentarily. But yeah, I decided we're gonna do commission stuff first today to see if we can hasten that along. Because there is a deadline for this kind of thing, you know, you don't want to keep people, especially past their deadline. That's bad, to say the least. So we're gonna start with commissions. It's not even that far behind where I want to be. I would just like to be more ahead than I am, so we're gonna speed that up a bit by starting with it. And I wonder if this is even going to be in place. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there is me in my properly selected headwear. I will explain why I am the way I am currently later in the stream, but for now we can all just bear witness to my funny little hat. I even went all out for this hat. I did the blinking frames for both mouth closed and mouth open while wearing this hat. Because, you know what, I deserve it. I have to do it. The reasons will become clear later on. But for now, I'm just wearing a hat, and that's all that needs to be explained. Now we can get into le commisiones. So what I want to do is start off with this necklace. Do I have a better color picked for that? Is this the color that it should be? Oh, that's probably it. Yeah, that's that looks like what it's supposed to be. Okay. I gotta be careful not to open up those comic pages. They got words on them. And you all know my phobia of words showing up on stream. Another voice crack. That's another phobia I have, but that's one I just learned to live with. Okay. Copy paste this a couple times. And I actually think this is too thick. That's better. I'm also falling behind on my YouTube uploads again. I always export them to YouTube so that I can upload them later, or at least, you know, give them a thumbnail and whatnot, all that. Put in my playlist. But I just never get around to actually doing that step. Gonna need myself a circle tool. This is always the hard part about this particular design. I wonder, do I just have this part ironed out? I do. Let's see if we can't just reconstitute it and then shift it so it is there accordingly. I believe distort should be what I want. No, not that one. That one. You know, I was watching a streamer yesterday, and they led me to believe that, not through me directly, but they did say in their stream that Twitch supposedly counts yourself as one of your own viewers these days. But I don't even know how true that is, because I've been rocking 0 this whole time. So I'm wondering, unless that is just because I have seen sometimes I have one viewer while there's like, it would be inhumanly quick for someone to be in my stream, unless they were like actively clicking on the notification. which I don't think people are doing. At least not for this stream o' mine. Maybe the nose is too far over here. Let's try moving that. I think it might be too high also. Whoops, what did I do? Let's flip this, make sure I'm on the right path here. Yeah, that does look a little better. Some inner ear shadow. Well, not inner ear. I'm not rendering out the inner ear. That is for a very specific subsection of the NSFW account. I don't even know if that's a fetish. Of course it is, but like, I don't know if I've seen it. The ear, like the inside of the ear? I don't know. Now that I'm thinking, the more I think about it, the more certain I am and the less certain I want to be. Right, and then I also gotta draw these little nose rings. Not nose, what am I talking about? These are lip piercings. Why did I think nose? I think I was looking at the nose while I said it. I need to transform these so that they're a little bit more distorted. Whoa, Hapond. Excuse me. No, these look bad. I need to redo them. Would the problem be that they should look like this? Maybe that's the problem. They would be in a similar orientation to the other ones. Yeah, I think that was what I was going about it all wrong. I could distort them though and see if that does anything. For me personally, I think it works a little better. Yeah, we can keep it like that. Unless Garo has any specific ideas in mind for how those should look. I'm thinking they will stay like that. Where did I draw these? What the hell? Where did they go? What is the mystery layer containing these that I have hidden away? There they are. Just need my color samples. Should I merge these? I don't know if I should. I get nervous. What if I need to unmerge them? Then I can't. Then we're all in the pits. Yeah, that looks better than whatever wacky angle I was trying to tackle these from before. Much better. Now I guess we can do the her, perhaps? I think I'm gonna tackle the her. Like a linebacker. Cleanly and without remorse. Just absolutely drive the hair into the floor. this is tricky. It's always hard identifying where I want these forms to be at. Where I want them to not be in shadow any longer. See, because that looks bad, so we're not going to do it like that. But then how am I going to do it? That looks better, maybe? Hard to say. You know, I've been hearing about stuff. Thinking about my art degree that I have, which I haven't used. For any practical purpose. I mean, it's been like a coaster every now and then, but outside of that, not really much used there. I've been thinking about, like, the alternative is, like, you know, you become a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer, and apparently even the engineers are having a hard time out there. In ye old job market. Because of how many there are. Too many people got the advice to be an engineer. Because it's, like, easier than becoming a doctor or a lawyer, but it's still, or was anyway, a fairly easy to find lucrative position, provided you could get in the right field, or the right line of work, you know? So it just goes to show you, we're all struggling out here. The job market is a sham. I had the only way I could get a job was finding one that nobody else wanted to work. Freaking graveyard positions. Ain't nobody want that. I do get paid more than the daytime positions though, so eat everything that I have in my backpack. It's gonna be very old, some very, like, stale granola that I forgot was in there. Probably from a hiking trip that my friend forced me to go on. It's probably like an old piece of candy, maybe like an old Tootsie Roll. You do not want to eat one of those. We might do words. Hold on, trying again. I think we need to erase this little bit of the line art so that this looks correct. So the arc flows. I don't know about this little floof here yet. Is that better? Maybe. I think? Maybe if it curved more into the arc that's already there. Yeah, that looks better. Whoops, what did I do to this layer, by the way? I think I need to just invert this, and then get rid of the wings. It's probably the best I can do. Yeah, that should be fine. I think we're getting somewhere good in terms of the commissione. I am happy to say that I very rarely find myself struggling with Garo's commissions. Except for the Krita one, but that was mainly because of Krita and not nearly because of the character design or what have you. That is purely on my end. And now I have Clip Studio, which I should learn how to animate in soon. I should. I haven't, but I should. Probably be a good thing to do. I can't imagine it would be too different. Krita, but I don't know how to motion tween. But with Clip Studio, part of the benefit of that would be that I have a better understanding for keyframing, hopefully. Like actual frame-by-frame animation, you would not catch me trying to do that in Krita. Trying to draw anything in that program felt very challenging. People who master that program, they are very impressive. They astound me. It's like those people that draw photorealistic landscapes in MS Paint. Not for me. No thank you. Whoops, that's not at all what we need. So then once we get the wing jewelry on there, we can start doing the second pose. Because I think other than that, that's really all we're missing. Which means I do need to get this all back here. And then just drag this over here. What is it doing in this spot? There we go. We can get rid of the other one, I think. Now, I had a sketch layer for this stuff, but I don't know where it is. Is it here? No, that's my other stuff. This is the one. There it is. Alright, good. does this look right here? Let's put this like that. We can move this one over yonder. We can even make this easier on me. Transforming this. A lot of shortcuts here, but that's how you gotta do it. That's not what I wanted. Oh boy. Trying to freehand a parallel line. It returns. Shit. My age-old foe returns again. Hey, I'll be in and out of chat. I'm currently cooking dinner, but I'm here. Welcome in, Zailart. Thanks for stopping in. Also, am I right? Alright, whatever you feel you can do. It's probably going to be a bit of a silent stream. I'm working on Commission right now. So if I'm a little more focus mode than usual, that's probably why. So I do apologize if that is boring. in hindsight, not in hindsight. Whatever the word I'm looking for is. What word am I trying to think of? It's like a word for in the future? I don't know. You're fine? Well, then I accept all of it. Is this good enough here? I feel like it should be thinner. I need the circle tool here. That ought to do it. It seems larger than usual. Is it larger? I think it's larger. Let's try to shrank that down a bit. Oh boy, back to the parallel line mine. Ah, that looks awful. Stop it, Zotan. Don't draw that on stream. That's hideous. Ew. Call that a parallel line? Did you ever go to a geometry class? I did, actually. It was one of my better math classes. Definitely better than calculus. Calculus gave me brain calluses that have never since quite healed. Brain blisters, even. Everything else was relatively fine. Oh yeah, it was... Calculus was hard, man. That looks better now. Okay, everything's turning out slightly better. Where's the wing line art? Give me that. Where did it go? There it is. I didn't even ask. What are you making for dinner? I am curious. Also, especially since this has illuminated me to a time zone a difference, because there's no way I'd be making a dinner right now. It is 1:43 p.m. Over in this land. Where did I put the... Ah, great. Now I gotta find this. Okay, I found it. Thank goodness. Okay. Spare ribs with, like, I guess mashed potatoes, but cylindrical shape? Cylindrical shaped mashed potatoes. Interesting. Sounds like something out of that, horrible animated short on YouTube. Cans without labels, made by that one guy. Forget his name. It's probably for the best that I forgot his name. He worked on Ren and Stimpy, that's all I remember. Put them in the oven so they crust. That's pretty good. It's like a broiler type thing. I could see that being nice. Super good and easy to make? Ah, nice. Do I have... Apparently I messed up. I think it would just be the same color as the lip rings. So I'm just gonna steal that yet again. It's just very, like, a specialty in my country, I guess. Oh, no. In America, I don't think we have specialties. I don't think I'm legally allowed to say that we have specialties, because everything we have that's a specialty was stolen from somewhere else. So I don't think that's allowed. I gotta hide this sketch layer. It is distracting now. Go on and get. Land of the Conquistadors. Well, actually, we didn't even do... That was South America. I don't even know... Who the heck came over here? The Brits? The British? And the Frenchmen, after a while. You got those Canadians. They bled over. And you might be saying, Satan, you're missing one key element of history. And it's like, yeah, I know. I know the Native Americans lived here before that. I didn't do anything to them. It's messed up, brother. But yes, totally the British. What did all the stealing? The Native Americans were just kind of hanging out. So part of the reason, in case you might have noticed... Zotan, what is that funny looking hat? Why are you wearing a dunce cap? The reason, part of it, is because the Capcom Tokyo Game Show Showcase streamed live earlier today. And among other reasons, the main reason is because I was a big idiot, but the secondary reason is because I was wrong about one key detail, which is that I said, for sure, the next Monster Hunter game is going to be announced at this event for like Monster Hunter World 2 1,000,000% is going to be announced. And otherwise, I would have God strike me down where I sit in my chair. Now, he did not do that. So I kind of had to take it into my own hands to hold myself a little bit accountable. But the secondary reason, the main reason, it's not the second, this is the primary reason. The thing about Monster Hunter being wrong is the secondary reason. The primary reason is because I told somebody to stream the event with the promise that I would be there also to watch the event simultaneously. And we, like, stayed up way too late trying to power through to get to the event. And then I, because this happened, my biology is absolutely destroyed and stupid, slept through the event. So I was a real anus about it, apparently. You know, I didn't mean to, but it did happen. Alarms simply just cannot... I go into like a comatose state, so I don't even know what happens. Are we out of music, by the way? We are out of music. Yeah, do this. Oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah, we should totally watch the event. Yeah, no, I'll definitely be there. Yeah, no, we gotta stay up for it. It's gonna be sick. We're gonna watch the... And then I freaking conked out for... I was literally 1 hour late. It was almost exactly 1 hour after the event happened. But I missed it. So I felt like a real garbage human being. I still do a little bit, honestly. The person who I, just, you know, unintentionally completely lied to. They are way too nice about it, so I have to hold myself accountable for it. And in my own small way, this dunce cap is a little bit of that. Honestly, today I slept 2 more hours than I normally do, because I slept 3 hours later than I normally... Yeah, that was the thing. We stayed up too late because the person I was supposed to watch this event with, they raided somebody. And I was going to go to bed earlier than I normally do, so that I could actually wake up in time for this event, but we just kept watching this person play Lies of P, that new Bloodborne-ish game, until like 5 in the morning. So I did not go to sleep on time. And as a result, I did miss... I'm assuming it contributed in me not waking up when I would have wanted to. Need to get food out of the oven? No worries. I really should have paid attention to where that layer was. We should swap over to Xenoblade music, because we heard a lot of these songs already. I just clicked on a different Okami playlist. Let's get some other stuff going on here. Is it relaxing Xenoblade music to heal an aching soul? Alright, sure, why not? Give me anything other than just absolute silence, please, and that would be great. Perfect. And now, so this part I had... Where's the light coming from? It's coming from, like, top right? Alright. Then we take the darker color. Whoops, that ain't right. I think it's honestly good just being subtle over there on the left a little bit. Maybe if we do this one as well. Now, I actually like it with the 2 here. I don't know why, it just seems better to me. Seems more balanced, I think. Now, if we do the blue on some of the feathers here, we can color the line art as well. If I can find that layer. Alright, there it is. We can just make that a blue. Back with food, you were saying? I honestly don't even remember. So... You cannot come back to me with, do you remember what you were talking about? To me, personally, I have no idea. I'll say something and then forget what it was that I just said, let alone something I said moments ago. That's happened to me multiple times. So I'll say a thing and then I'll be like, alright. What did I literally just say? Like I said half a second ago? It'll just exit the mouth. So I have no clue. Moral of the story, I don't know. The reason why you had the dunce hat? Oh yeah, well if we're just talking about that again. Or elaborating on that. I told someone that they were supposed to stay up for the event because I assured them that I would be there to watch it. I was not. I went into my comatose state of sleep, which always happens. And as such, I am punishing myself because they are too nice about it. And I need to hold myself at least a little accountable for that. So this is a minor way I'm doing that. On top of just feeling like a trash goblin. It's never a good day when you wake up and your first words are, fucking hell, dude. Which were my exact words when I looked over and saw the alarm clock, realizing that I had been unconscious for any amount of time at all. But other than that, things are going decent. I'm working on this commission right now, making decent progress. It's going a little speedy with it. You know what, I think those details there on the feather are actually pretty good. I think if we do a hair highlight... and then we... Nice. Nice, nice. If we do the hair highlights with like an overlay layer, then I think we can move on to the other pose that I have to do. What with the band on the hand and whatnot. And then the commission will be good. And we'll be done like a week ahead of when the deadline is, which is very nice. I didn't expect myself to run into any deadline issues. This seemed like a simple enough commission for me. But it's always nice to not, you know, have to deal with that sort of issue. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're pretty good. Actually, you know what I might need to do? I think I just realized the lighting is off for this pendant here. Yeah, we need to flip you around. Transform, flip you. There you go, now your lighting is correct. Definitely, yeah, absolutely. I do not want to... I've dealt with enough procrastination in my life for about 1,000 lifetimes, honestly. When I was in school, I was the worst with that. Oh my god. I'd be doing homework in the classroom that it was due, like 5 minutes before class started, and it would be like, oh my god, it was awful. Like, I got really bad about that at some point. I have since grown out of that. Luckily, I tend to do things on time. A little bit better with time management than I was. Then, you know, doing it in the room with the teacher who's supposed to be grading it, like a mere hour later, after the class ends. Who will be collecting it, or would have been collecting it, in like 5 minutes from when I was doing it. The fact that I was an A and B student surprised the hell out of me. Definitely deserved it way worse. So much worse I deserved. I deserve to flunk out at everything. I held strong though. The only time I even felt a hint of just like exhaustion for the whole schooling system was the final semester of college. That was when I finally started to feel burnout. I was like, I have not felt this sensation. Like from kindergarten through all the way up through junior, senior, like in the first half of senior year of college. But like on the last semester, I was like, I have to finish this semester or else I will never complete college ever at all. I have to do it. It's now or never. I can't believe it took me this long to feel burnout, but I felt it, and then I, you know, never again, because I graduated after that. Thank God. But if I ever went back for a master's degree, I don't know if I could hold out to the whole schooling routine again, the whole regiment. Lucky, I know. I don't know how I held out that long. It was to the point where when I felt it during that last semester, I was like, what is this sensation? Why do I feel like this overwhelming urge to not even care at all? What is happening? I've cared about my studies my whole life. Why am I just like, oh, whatever, maybe I should just fail everything and throw it all away? But no, I didn't do that. Luckily. Alright, so let's save this all so that I can do what I need to do here. What is this layer? Oh, that's that. Let's make all of this a little larger. And we'll move it on down. And then we'll save this as the PNG. Export as a ping. And now we can merge all this. Actually, except for the rings on the mouth, I think. Well, yeah, we'll keep the lip rings separate because I will need to move them around. And I would rather not have to redraw them. Merge selected. Oh, it did it flawlessly, thank goodness. It also merged the rings, though. Excuse me. I believe I explicitly said not to do that. No, I just hid them. I didn't even... Alright, I'm stupid. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm just stupid. Don't worry about it, everyone. There we go. Alright, and this is making sure this is on the right hand. It would be this one. Alright, okay, good. Now I'm gonna mute the desktop audio for a second so that I don't expose Gera. Some personnel details. Let me just mute the desktop audio and make sure I'm doing that. It should just be me and stark silence. Alright, that's what it looks like on that. I will also make sure to just pause the video. There we go, it's muted. They shouldn't have to worry about anything. Just need to get a sense for this pose they sent me. Human form, let's see, human form, doing a hand gesture. Alright, yeah, that should be fine. Alright, I've closed Discord. You can have music back now. Hiya! Yeah, I put more work into this dunce cap than I did into the cat ears. I did my blinking frames of animation for this one. I didn't even do the blinks for the cat ears, though. It's kind of a bit now where if I put the cat ears on, they're holding my eyelids back because of how tight they are. So it's like, you know, it's whatever. Alright, let's do the sketch. Honestly, we might need to move this over a bit. Just so I have more room for this. And then we can do this. There, we drew an arm. Is it disconnected from the body? Yes, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix things. Time for me to try and write a bit, I guess. Alright. You do that. You show those tropes who's boss. Redefine them. Make them more interesting than they are. Lord knows somebody has to. Still be listening and chatting though? Alright. Alright, I've made it. Hello, Proof. Welcome in. We're doing commissions. Well, I say we, but I am doing them. I'm awake, I promise. That's more than I was when I was supposed to be earlier. Would you like to know the reason I'm wearing the dunce cap? It's related to being awake, or not awake. Did you even notice I was wearing my silly little hat? That implies that I am stupid, because I am. Oh yes, do pray tell. Well, I've been going on about it for a bit. But, there was the Monster Hunter showcase. Well, it wasn't the Monster Hunter show. It was a Capcom Tokyo Game Show showcase, and I was saying pretty much definitively that Monster Hunter World 2 was going to be shown there. Like, almost without question. Or I could play with a friend. Yeah, you got decisions. I said if Monster Hunter World 2 was not shown at the Tokyo Game Show Capcom event, then God should strike me dead. And he didn't do that. I was wrong. They did not show Monster Hunter World 2. I am still alive. And so I felt that I had to hold myself a little bit accountable for my transgressions upon myself, upon other people. I've gone into detail about the other reason why I'm wearing the cap. It's all related to the Monster Hunter event, though. But the key takeaway is that I am a dumb idiot who does not know how to stay awake. I really wish there should just... do they just make alarms that are like a bucket of water that you can suspend over your bed? And then it just flops over at the proper time? That would wake me up real good. They should make that, if that's not the thing already. Can I just get a Rube Goldberg machine to flop me out of my bed onto the floor? That might be the only way that I could wake up consistently. I have to go to work in less than 3 hours, and I'm just not looking forward to it. The money is nice. I could actually drown from that if I recall. Would just getting water poured on my face? I don't need like too much water. I imagine just like a sprinkle will do it on like the forehead or something. I wouldn't be water bucketing myself. Surely not. Surely not the amount of water I would need. Because the water bucket, yeah, you can actually like choke on water and die. Well, I don't think I would like to do that. So yeah, I will try not to be using an entire bucket full of water when I do that. If I were to do that, and I should. Whoops, that's not what I want. I gotta skew that. Distort it, I mean. I was in Discord with my friends last night. We had a bunch of art videos and tutorials, playing and just having a productive night. And I never felt so called out in my life. Like, if you've been doing this and or not been doing this, you're hindering yourself. You gotta be careful with those, though. Those could just be somebody who's telling you to draw stuff in their style. But yeah, I have also had that experience where I'm like, oh no, they're right. This is so valid. I should be thinking more this way. I have that with coloring tutorials all the time, mainly because there's so many ways to color where I'm just like, oh, I should do it this way. No, I should be doing it this way instead, and then that cycle will repeat for about the rest of my life. Want me to practice with purpose and use reference? I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, practicing with purpose is important. I need to do that more. I've been trying sometimes, like when I used to go off on my study ventures, I would just sit like a week aside to focus on a specific topic. And I would do like an anatomy studies, or my most recent one, and I say most recent, but it was like months ago by this point, was clothing fold studies, which I have since forgotten most of, but I'm trying to. Here's like a little clothing fold, look at that, wow. See, look, I still remember something about clothing folds, I don't know. About tension points and whatnot. But yeah, that did entail using a lot of reference, and in that respect, Pinterest was my best friend. I love using Pinterest. Very good resource. Sometimes the search results get a little repetitive. If you're looking for, like, doing face studies, you'll often find the same pictures of the same face a lot. But, you know, other than that, they do have a lot of good reference material. You have a group Pinterest board for poses and reference? I didn't even know you could do groups on Pinterest. I just have my own stuff. That is handy. But knowing me, I would get very anal about what is on the group Pinterest boards. I'd be like, well, I don't know if this exactly fits into this topic. Maybe it should be on a different board. I would probably be that guy, even if I don't want to be. I would just, I think that would be who I am. So maybe it's for the best that I just have solo stuff. It's a mess in there, but it's helpful since if someone finds something they think would be good, we could just filter it into our own boards. That's true. I guess it all works out in that way. You guys can have your absolute mess of a board, and I'll just siphon off the good stuff into my own board. Facts, 100%. Oh, yo, new Ingress Adventuring Company episode? I've been reading that comic. That's a good one. One of the definitely better, independent fantasy comics on the webcomic platforms that are commonly utilized. A lot of fun characters in that one. I'm not entirely caught up with it yet, but I started reading it a bit ago. It's very fun. It's one of those series that makes me feel like I'm a very bad... And it just makes me aware of how much I lack in terms of, like, if I wanted to write something comical, comedic even, I wouldn't know how to do it. I see people like the writer for that comic and some that Saint Denis one I've been bringing up recently. Saint Denis? I don't know. One day I'll learn how to pronounce that. I swear. And I'm just like, I could not be a comedic writer, dude. I don't know what it takes. Structuring a joke and a setup and a punchline, I don't know how to do it. Give me a melodramatic, a sad boy fantasy series, and maybe I'll be able to sneak a joke in there once every few chapters, because that's how I would assume that's the only way I could have a decent hit ratio of stuff that's not absolutely terrible. In terms of comedy, I don't know. Writing comedy seems like just one of the hardest genres, because it's also like when you're writing, you can't even factor in like timing, which is pretty much quintessential to a joke. At least by my standards. So you have to account for that with like paneling and pacing, and like a visual format is probably better, but if you're writing like a book, oh my god, comedy is probably impossible. Because people are going to read that at different rates, and it's going to be, the delivery just has to line up with how they perceive the character saying it, and it seems like that would be, you're just begging for them to interpret it in the way that you want it. It's got to be so difficult to communicate the ideas in a way that lends to that being like consistently communicated in an effective way. Comedy is definitely not my forte. Not writing it, at least I'd say I'm a decent wingman, yeah. I definitely cannot write that stuff. Let me try and look at what I did here for this thumb. Alright. Make sure you draw the knuckles correctly, everybody, or else you might be exposed for your AI art usage. Gotta be careful with them hands. On the upside, I did finish my PNG, and my OBS is in order, just missing like one or two of the things, and a slight edit, and I'm good to go. What is this for? Finish it during the busiest work week for me. Is this like a overlay or something? Streaming that I want to do for in-game currency since I'm being bribed by a game company. Being bribed by a game company? What the hell? I would take that deal. I wish somebody would bribe me for stuff. I'm behind on so much. Yeah, I've been keeping up with my stuff, really. I have a one-shot and I need to say F it and do it. I want to animate, me too. That's why I bought Clip Studio EX. In addition to the multi-page layout stuff, that's pretty cool. But I do have, you can make unlimited length animations in Clip Studio EX, as opposed to like the 1 second long animations you could make with Clip Studio Pro. And also, that's a word I made up just now. Also, I can do stuff like this, if I can find it. Here it is. It'll take a bit to open. I can compile all my pages into a nice little thing here, and it looks all cool and stuff. Like, get a load of that. Isn't that just dope, just seeing like an InDesign file here? That's pretty sick. Also, there's a thing I can do, which I will try to do right now. I think I have to render it, file, export as a 3D preview. Let's see what happens there. I wonder if this will show up on screen. But yeah, animation is cool. I've been looking at the principles every now and then for the past couple of years. Squash and stretch, arcs, follow through, anticipation. All that kind of stuff. I think follow through is one I made up, but there's a bunch of other ones. There's like the, smear frame stuff. That's interesting. I've never really quite understood how to master those. I've never practiced with them or anything. The settle-in frames, the keyframes you got. There's a bunch of interesting stuff. Secondary action. I would say once I get these chapters rolling out, or these pages rolling out, impact frame, yeah, true, impact frames are cool. Once I get these chapter pages rolling out, I think I would want to animate part of the trailer that I would make for it. Because I am going to do a trailer for this. I just don't know what it's going to be. I do want to animate some shots, though. I think that would be cool. Now, does this show up on screen? No, I would have to do a separate window for this, it would seem. I can do that. Let's add a new source. "3D preview," there it is. There's my little window. Look at that. You can even add the cover pages and they'll be over here. Whoa, what's going on? Alright, there we go. So this is a fun little thing, and then you can go to the next page and look at that. Oh, wow. Does this make it bigger on OBS? Does not. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I know. This is a dope feature. I'm glad they added this. You can see all the dimensions and stuff. And flip it around. Never knew that was in Clip. Yeah, it's in the EX one. You gotta buy the most expensive one to get their cool stuff, but I think it is worth it for the stuff that I want to do. Whoa. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Let me just make sure there's not words on these pages. Alright, there's no words on these pages. No, there's words on those pages. No looking. Alright, that's enough of that. There goes my next paycheck. Well, yeah. Alright, let's get rid of this. It's really cool. Ah, I just put words directly on the screen like a moron. Stop. Everybody calm down. Alright. Nobody freak out. Hide the sauce. I'm trying as fast as I can, man. Oh, I'm so bad at that. I was like, yeah, I'll just click on this over here. See what happens. and do some doodling and such before work, since I'm waiting for laundry anyway. Everyone's watching my stream during chore times, which I completely understand. But it's just funny to see. I definitely do not have the kind of stream schedule where people are just sitting down to watch this stuff. Fresh out the dryer clothes are gonna be oh, absolutely. Havenly, even. As if from a haven. Oh, ho, ho. They make you feel good, and at home work can't possibly be bad, yeah. You know, I have an emote for that. From a channel of a friend of mine. That comes in handy for this exact situation. Can I actually do that from OBS? I can. Here we go. Yeah, put that in the chat. The worst. Realistically, it'll be alright. It's just security for Lana Del Rey. He's got the sniffer emote. And the wedding band would go here, roughly. What the heck is this song? I don't remember that little weird doot-doot part. Is this from Xenoblade 3? It is. That would explain it. I have so much to learn. Me too. I'm trying to learn all sorts of stuff. The next thing I want to learn is color temperature as it relates to lighting. Usually it's about the environment and the ambience of the environment, but I still have... I got so much to figure out. In terms of color theory, I blame it in part due to the fact that I'm colorblind, but you know, you can't rely on that forever as a crutch. Eventually you gotta break past that and learn regardless. Can't just keep not knowing stuff forever. My color theory is Basara. Had to look that up, now I'm aware. Sorry. Went silent. Nature calls BRB, alright. Forgive my ignorance as a human. Now we can open up the other one. Hopefully I saved it correctly so that I have layers still. It appears I have done that. Where the heck did I put this layer? I feel like I say that at least 14 times a day. It's gotta be a glow dodge layer. Somewhere. What the... this one? Yeah. Herm. Okay, so now we can do the star layers, I believe. No, not the glitter layer in this one. Why is this not working? I gotta shrank it. Ah, that would explain it. I'm doing it wrong. What the heck? How did I change that to that? There. Well, that's not the tooth aesthetic I was going for. Mm-hmm. Alright. And laundry switched over. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. With about an hour or so to spare. Good. Speaking of doing things in a timely fashion, I think I'm almost good here on this commission. We just gotta put the lip rangs back on. Move them to their proper location so that they're not going through the teeth like a nightmare. Some Hellraiser stuff going on there. Not about that. Metal through teeth doesn't sound good. No, I wouldn't imagine. Although I do have a filling. And what is a filling if not metal through your teeth? Really makes you think? Not really. Don't think about it. It's not important. It's not worth thinking about. It is something I bring up to people whenever I get an MRI scan, though. Which has not happened often, but they're like, you got any metal? And I'm just like, I got a metal filling. And they're like, alright, send them in there. Who cares? I don't think it actually really matters too much. Like, I'm wondering what kind of metal you would need to have in you for an MRI scan to be a problem. Is it like a pacemaker, maybe? Pursuit of knowledge is always worth it. Always worth it? I don't know about that. Wasn't there like that thing, that nuclear orb that some dumb scientist accidentally, like the whole point was not to let... It's like a half circle. Hold on, I can do this. I can draw this. There's like a half circle, and then there's like a pedestal here, and there's like a screwdriver preventing them from touching. And then the screwdriver slipped out, and these two things connected, and it sent out like an immediate wave of radiation that made it so, yeah, the devil's eye, so that everyone in the room basically just was a dead man walking. Do not let them touch. They got absolutely baked, yeah. From what I remember, it got to the point where, like, those closest to it, like, they just stopped cellular regeneration. So, like, every cell in the body was just not producing healthier new ones. So you're just slowly decomposing from that point on. That's terrifying. To just know that that happened to you, that's crazy. What a nightmare story that whole thing is. The Demon Core, that's right. That's what that was. PNG, mouth open. And then I gotta hide the arm. Bring the mouth back to its original state. I gotta put the lip rings back where they belong. Properly named, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? But for knowledge. It was totally worth it. Everyone in that room would agree. For sure. Even if it's traumatizing, it builds character, yeah, especially the unsuspecting people who likely would not have, you know, had the experiment done that way at all. If given the opportunity to correct their maniac mad scientist who was in the room. Who was just like, yeah, just put a freaking screwdriver in there, brother. What's the worst that could happen? And then the worst that could happen actually happened. The absolute worst thing that could have happened. File save as, mouth closed. Replace that. Failed to write. It's open. What do you mean it's open? It's not. Oh, it is open. Get out of here. Do not say that. File save as. Closed. I spelled closed. C-L-O-A-S-E-D. Let's try that again. Replace that. File export as ping. And there we go. we now have our 2 versions of the reaction image done a week before they even need to be done. Hallelujah. Run back the play on the spelling. Look, English is hard sometimes. Too many words. There are too many words. In fact, that's the wrong 2. I'm not going to be a grammar guy in most situations. But that one, while we're talking about it, might as well. See? Yeah, point proven. Well, what do you think? What do you think we got? English is hard. It is hard. It's a very dumb language. Filled with a lot of rules that it breaks every so often. I think we done it, y'all. I can probably send these over to Garo right quick. I'm trying to see if there's any little wrong thing. As long as they know what I mean, it's fine. Yeah, that's true. Language is all about communication. As long as people understand the idea, then it's fine. Yeah, I think I'll send these over to the Discord while I'm here, and then I can move on to comic stuff for a second. There we go. I think this turned out pretty good. I kind of like these. I've reiterated the point before, but I do think it makes this very easy that Garo has a cool character design. Had a very solid basis. I like the way this whole thing... Like, it's very fun to make this character's artwork. So I enjoy doing that. I agree, looking good, thank you. Alright, now I guess I'll just hide the words on the screen for but a moment. And then we'll get back into it. I got a bit of time for comics stuff. And huzzah. What do I even have left to do on this page? Haven't posted any artwork since June. That's a crime, since I've been drawing a lot more now that I'm out of my funk. Well, it's good that you're out of it. I haven't posted anything since May, because most of what I've been making is this comic. I could post in-progress stuff, or like time lapses, but you know. I could do that. I wasn't even working on anything too intensive, I was just doing sketches for warm-ups.
I should at least storyboard. I've been using reference and making these character sheets since I've been called out. I should at least storyboard. Yeah, you know, making character sheets is fun. I should do it more often because, you know, I'm making a comic. And continuity is important, but so far, we're a little lazy on that. It's funny, I made character sheets for every protagonist in my story, but the protagonists haven't even shown up in it yet, and they won't for a little bit, so... It's almost like I should have thought about that, but I didn't. Storyboarding's good practice, though. Helps you get a feel for a lot of elements of composition and character design and simplification. How to properly compose an image such that the lighting is not overpowering in either the background or the character. Paneling is almost like storyboarding in a way. Almost. I swear I have one OC I've redesigned so much he definitely didn't like turn into 3 different people. Yeah, I have a few periods of time where I have refreshed my character designs. Simply because I could not stand to look at them anymore. And I'm like, you don't look cool anymore. How did I ever think you looked cool? And then I re-update them and I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Back to the state where I can approve of them. I do not approve of my art children sometimes, and I have to reinvent them. Mold them into something new. Actual factuals. Here's my most recent example of one of my little redesign experiments that I did. I actually have the iteration process I was doing these streams a while ago. Where I was doing, a bunch of ideation work, and I was doing a bunch of little outfits here, trying to get a handle on design. And I was doing stuff like this. What the... For getting me hopes up. Yeah, sorry, Mask. Hello, Mask. Welcome in. Hey, I told God if I was wrong, he could kill me, and none of us would have to be here. You green goblin bastard. Why do you think I'm wearing the hat? Why do you think I'm wearing the hat right now? Significant portion of the reason that I'm wearing the hat. Also because I lied to Swan, but that's a different thing. She's not here, so I don't have to explain that. Better than any clothing I've done. I mean, honestly, if you get into the flow state where you practice drawing clothing and you just get some reference from Pinterest, you could just go for like hours. Just messing around with different little things and what it looks like. I'm sad and disappointed. Me too, man. You think I'm not also feeling negative emotions about this whole thing? So this was the original, like, little stupid design. I don't even know what this is. Like, look, there's nothing going on. None of this makes even any sense. So then I went to this design. It looks a lot better. And then I had this going on for, like, the training arc clothing, and I was like, that's stupid. And then I went to this one. That looks a lot better. And this is before, basically both of these are before and after I looked at some references from Pinterest. Like I started looking at, obviously, all of this, what is it, like South Asian type of clothing, a lot of Indian long flowing drapery and textiles and patterns. Progress? Did you change your name color right now? Or is that just on my screen? And then this was before and after I researched some stuff about, like, for example, these leggings here, they actually have a name and a purpose that I have since forgot, but at one point I did research them. And I know that they are historically, at least, not if not accurate, at least based in historical fact. Which is better than what I had going up, which is like bandages. Like, what am I even doing? I did because my brain wasn't blasting. Alright. I see now. Let me see if I have some other ideations. Oh yeah, I had some stuff going on here with another character of mine named Blair. This was the original design, and you could just see, like, I don't know what this over-the-shoulder type of cloak would even, how it would even function. It just looked dumb. And then it's like just like a single leg band. I didn't know what that was gonna look like. And then I've since moved it over to this one. And she looks way better. This cloak looks a lot more real. And the leg band is a little bit more ground. And the belt is a little bit more interesting too. There's a little bit more character. Small stuff, but it adds more personality. Like it's an overly large belt that she ties up. I like it. I like it more. And then this is like some little casual attire that I got for when she's not wearing the overcoat and stuff. And the vest and what have you. It's the small things, yeah. But you do gotta also remember... Like, here's a thing I learned about character design. Which is not a universal rule, granted, but something you might want to consider is, like, keeping the darker values focused or concentrated towards the lower half of the character, because then the brighter half will lead you towards the character's, you know, important parts, like their hands and their arms and their face, which are important for communicating emotion and expression. So as long as your upper half is brighter than the bottom half, usually that's going to make your character design at least solid. Like, you don't have to do that. I see you changed your name color again. But that's one little trick I've been using. I wonder if I have it here as well. Yeah, you can see it in a lot of these too. Like where I just have the dark leggings, at the very least. That's probably why I didn't like this one so much. Even though it has the dark shorts, it's kind of just like a majority bright towards the bottom, which kind of leads away from the upper half. America, red, white, and blue. I think those were the two most extensive character design ideations I did. Here's another one I had. Since I just like talking about it. I was mixing and matching some Mongolian aesthetics and some Northern Asian continent type stuff for this one. All found on Pinterest, by the way. It's a very good resource, but yeah. I started off with like whatever the heck these are, and then I refined them into something a little bit better over here. I become master of grayscale then. Yeah, I just didn't color them in because it's easy to focus on values, and that is essential for character design. You know, the colors come later. That's whatever. Mongols had that drip to be on. Mongols had some fashion, man. If it got that cold out here that often, I would be rocking that Mongolian drip all the time. That old school Mongolian drip with the furs and whatnot. Absolutely. I'd party in a year. Absolutely. Alright, let's get back to business. But Mask, if you're still here, yep, I do apologize for Monster Hunter. It was my fault for getting everybody's hopes up. I got my own hopes up, though. I'm not completely immune to the sadness that everyone feels here. I am also a man, what with feelings and such. I'm bringing back the space noir genre. That is, we do need more of that. When's the last one we had? Cowboy Bebop? That was forever ago. I'm sure there's been other ones, but that's the only one I can think of. None with the right amount of seasoning and spice. I don't even know any examples of it recently. I need Nightrun to get animated. I need some Game of Thrones stuff. Some space Game of Thrones stuff. Oh, I see some space fantasy. That's interesting. You usually see sci fantasy as like a genre, but never like full-on fantasy in space. That'd be weird. Because I guess the genres already have such overlap that I guess it's kind of hard to differentiate. Nightrun webtoon. Oh, I believe you did mention Nightrun to me. And I have not read it yet. Right. I should start that. I have so much media I must consume to become a media mogul. Well versed in entertainment. Look at those two parallel lines. They just came out so easy. I need to see if it got updated. I have the web page up right now. Let me look way up. September 5th. No, that's the last. Oh, it's completed. I don't know what you're talking about. There might be. Is this one of those things where it's on Webtoon, but it's like it extends longer off of the Webtoon run? Is that what's going on here? Because I've heard they do that. It updated yesterday. I can't believe. Webtoon sold it. The English translator just gave up. That's hilarious. Yeah, I found all these other websites. Yeah, chapter 170, right after. Oh my god, what the heck is going on here? Why is there a naked child on chapter 170? Excuse me? I was not ready for that. It's funny because it's originally a Naver work, so they just gave it up. They just gave it away. It's a chimera. Look at all these Bloodborne looking dudes. I am really out of my depth. I have no idea. This is what happens when you drop into chapter 170 of a story you have no context for. It's on chapter 278 in English? Nice. Way more than 169. Does it even end at a satisfying moment in the story on Webtoon, or no? Is it just like, well, this is the last episode on Webtoon. Not at all. Oh my god, man. I hate when they do that. Not satisfying at all. Ooh, they didn't even have the decency to like wrap up at a seasonal finale or whatever. Come on, bro. Even the Hunter x Hunter anime had the decency to do that. If the Hunter x Hunter anime ended at like just a random stop point, I would be so mad that it exists. But luckily it doesn't. It has a decent conclusion for where it is. Same with the Kaiji anime. Apparently it goes on for a lot more chapters than what you see in the show, but the show ends at a decent spot. So it's like, whatever. I don't even really care that much that the whole thing's not adapted. But then if you do something like that, where you just sell your series, and then everyone's like, what? What do you mean, last episode? It ended at the start of the best arc in the entire series. Literally a crime that needs to be punished. What the heck are they doing over there? At Naver. Besides underpaying all their employees. And spending, like, literally their entire marketing budget on Lore Olympus. Have you read Lore Olympus? No, stop! Yes, of course, we've all at least read the first 3 chapters, and if we didn't like it, we wouldn't read it anymore. Webtoon, leave me alone. I simply wish not to read that anymore. Or hear about it, or look at it. I'm gonna start using reference because my guy is looking sauced up. He's looking a little bricked up right now. My SO's in love with that series. She has the hardcover, so I'm like, I just wish it would leave me alone. And I could never hear about it again. I don't care how good it is at this point. I just simply, I've heard it said too many times. Facts, yeah, I simply just can't hear about it any longer. And I know it's one of those webtoon darlings that the company loves so much. But, like, it could be like Hooky, where people like it, but they don't really, like, yell about it all the time. Or the company doesn't yell about it all the time, rather. I have no doubt it's bad, it's just not... Or, I have no doubt it's bad. It's just not my cup of tea. No, not bad, yeah, I see. I appreciate if you kept those leaves away from me. Stop trying to put them in my cup. Get them out of here. My inner thoughts got ahead of my typing. I have no doubt that it's awful, and I have no idea why people read it. But I respect their opinion. There is a hand, boys. We've drawn a hand. Let's give him a hand. No. No, Zotan, you're better than this sometimes. Not all the time, but you should be right now. You certainly got more sleep than you were supposed to, Zotan, you idiot. Freaking idiot guy that guy is. Put that thumb back where it was. Doing some Admiral Space Commander business. Alright, we have a little bit more line art to go. I wonder if I can finish this today. The line art, that is. Definitely not anything beyond that. I'm totally not making a character who 1vx's an entire battleship because he's built different. My bad. Constructed uniquely. Arranged in a particular fashion. If you would. If you wouldn't mind. Whoops. That ain't no jawline I'd ever want to have. Let's fix that. Speaking of constructed uniquely, character looking like some kind of clay homunculus. With a jawline like that. Speaking of the H word, found my State Alchemist pocket watches. Yo, nice. Replicas, aesthetic props. Do they sell just like genuine? I'm sure they do. Just like very expensive versions of that. Let's see the most expensive one I can find. I know they're made out of silver. An official one, like from an expensive box set. Ooh, that's nice. And I have a replica. That's pretty cool. Full Metal Alchemist Exhibition Limited Edition. Silver Watch Limited for like 120 bucks. Here's another limited edition one for $300. This seems to be another... This is from Square Enix officially as well. So yeah, it looks like this $300 one is about the most official one you could get. It's got like a little velvet pad inside of the little cardboard box. It's very nice. If I was a rich man, I might consider that. Because it looks pretty dope. Nice and glossy. That silver sheen. Oh, damn. They're going in on the piano now. Sound like a, was it a Sam Smith song? What's that melody? Where should this hair be like this? And we'll flip this to make sure we're on a decent path. My anatomy is getting better. Once I probably learn this muscle group, I'll be a demon, maybe quarter demon. I still have much to learn. What muscle group are you focusing on? I focused on quite a few of them recently, so I'm curious to know. The most recent one I focused on was the back muscles, because they are confusing. Or they were. They're still a little bit, but I do have a better grasp on them than I did. It's all how they overlay on the scapula is what's a little weird to me still. Freaking shoulder blade looking all weird and stuff. The forearm, oh yeah, the forearm is absolutely, I remember that taking me a while. Absolutely ridiculous what goes on in there. All the extensors and flexors and stuff. Let me see if I can even, here after I shift this hair, let me see if I can even remember what goes on in there for a second. Test myself. The body be bodying. Honestly, my favorite muscle group to learn is the torso. Like just the front of the abdomen, because there's like no muscles in there. It's honestly, they're just like two muscle groups that contributes to the entirety of the torso. The torso, what you got here, is you got your pectorals, and they overlay underneath, or sorry, yeah, they go underneath your delts, and they fan out in like a tri shape here. They fan out from this point. You got your nips, usually right there or there. You can see your lats from behind, but that's more back muscles anyway. And then you got your obliques on the side here, so you got pecs. You got your obliques on the side, and then you got your abs. And then right on the side here, from the lats, you got your, whatever, the striatus, what are these called? I forget. But really, you got one muscle group, 2 for these little side things, 3 for the obliques, 4 for the... There's 4 muscles you gotta worry about, and that's it. For the torso, you got 4 muscles, and that's all you got. After that, it's just freaking smooth sailing. But the arms, oh my god, the freaking arms, bro. The forearm is so annoying. I hate the forearm so much. So many things going on in there. This neck is a little thin now, there we go, that's a beefy man. I also, it just looks like there's a very imposing nude man behind this woman now. Hold on, let's give him some courtesy. Give him some, I don't know, some athletic shorts or something. Maybe a tasteful little tank top. Said it's just a chain link fence, it'll be fine. Yeah, that's what they tell you. Until you want to learn what it looks like specifically at certain angles. Give him that courtesy coverage. But the, let's see, from this angle, you got your arm, and then the triceps would go here. Biceps here, then you got some kind of brachialis muscle in there. Which these two muscles would overlap on. And this happens, one of these extensors, then there's another one. It kind of, there's like the anconius over here, which is some elbow muscle, I forget the exact shape of. The delts kind of also converge in this little, between the tricep and bicep muscle. There's like a brachioradialis underneath all this that connects in the armpit, underneath the pecs and all that. And then there's like little wrist muscles here that I think stem from between these two, I'm pretty sure. But those aren't really visible, so you don't gotta worry about them too much. But yeah, this is mostly what I got. I think there's 3 here. 3 little muscles on this bottom part of them. I mean, I get confused around this area when I'm trying to render like not actual muscles and just draw like an arm. It doesn't look vacuum sealed. It would probably look a little bit more like this. Because you gotta choose which muscles you want to obscure and which ones you want to highlight. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, vacuum seal. You don't want to look vacuum sealed. Unless you're like the Baki creator, then every character you draw will look vacuum sealed, and that is the point. They don't even look human anymore. Another show I just can't watch? Is that a show? What the heck? Are you talking about Baki? Yeah, Baki. I was like, what the heck is vacuum sealed? I've never heard of this before. Thinking to myself, wait a minute. Yeah, I haven't started Baki. I should, because I like JoJo, and I know there's a lot of similarities in the fighting and the overt masculinity of 2 dudes just beating each other up. Just haven't seen it yet. Haven't got around to it. Dahlia, why is your head so freaking tilted? Let's fix that. Alright, we can flip her on back. Streaming a little bit longer than usual. Just because I can. What is this lair? What are you? What reason do you have to be here? I guess I'll never know. It is now a new lair for me to draw on. You'd mind I could show you what I've been trying to put together? I wouldn't mind at all. I would love to see what's going on. That's like the first thing I ask when people come into this chat room is, do you do art? And then can I see it? What are any projects that you're working on? Let me see them with my eyes. Oil. Yo, nice. The man is looking sauced up. You were not joking. You're gonna make me act up. And quit staring at me with them big old eyes. But yeah, this is dope. I do like it. Seeing others' artwork is a guilty pleasure. I don't think it's a guilty pleasure for me. I will just unabashedly say, show me your stuff, please. This hand pose is pretty cool. It's very intricate. It's got good perspective on it too. Good overlapping on the foreshortening there. Really gives depth to that pose. And I like the hat. Just personally, as a side note, I like the hat. Show me what you've got. Yeah, I've been showing everybody what I got for the past, like, year. Or, like, half a year. It's probably, like, 3/4 of a year by now. When did I start streaming this year? March? I forget. This is too short. He needs longer sleeveys. But yeah, I love just accosting people and demanding that they show me their artwork. Please, sir, you must. You gotta pay the toll. Or else the taxes will never get paid and the roads will never get repaved. And that'll be on you. Do you want the roads to not be rebuilt? I didn't think so. Oh god, there's a tangent I'm trying so hard to avoid here. It makes him look like he's wearing a dress, though. Oh boy, this is gonna be annoying. The art toll, exactly, absolutely. You gotta have one. If you do start streaming more consistently, always make sure to assault people for their art tax. It's very important. Show me what you have. Ugh. It's a service we're providing, you just have to pay the tax. It's for a better tomorrow. It's like Shinra Corp always said. And they're the good guys, for sure. Through her stride. It's like a Devil May Cry 4 song. See, what you were avoiding in the image you just showed me is exactly what I'm dealing with right now, is how to effectively avoid tangents. I am, however, trying so hard not to just have a complete tangent with this chin right here. Stupid, small, pointy anime chins with their propensity to be parallel to another line. I can't believe this. What a nightmare. I'm gonna have to just like, oh god, look how close that is to being awful. It's gonna be so bad. I see you're carrying around a digital tablet. You got any art? You an artist, huh? A little sketches some doodling, huh? You gonna share it with the rest of us, maybe? Why don't you take a trip down to the museum and give it a show, a little exhibit? Why don't you? We're all friends here. Put on a little show for me. Come on, why don't you put on a little show? Ain't nothing gonna happen. No, I just want to see what you got. What's the problem? We all do a little doodling from time to time. Come on, we're all friends here. The words of somebody who is not friends with anybody here. Do not listen to that guy. He is a maniac. You got a little carrying case? That's nice. Yeah, nice. Real nice. On plein air, I see. Outdoor painting. Hey guys, we got an artist over here. Everybody point and laugh. He thinks he's found a career path. Dummy. I gotta erase this. I will send any artist, yeah, absolutely. As an artist can confirm. And I've even been paid for some of my work, and I still feel like it's not even a real job. Anybody who has a genuine career in that whole gallery scene is definitely in league with the rich people. Doing some money laundering stuff that they take a cut of. That's my personal conspiracy theory. This abstract minimalist painting, evaluated by your random friend, who just happens to own a facility that does that. What is it? It's valued at $125 million for no reason? Interesting, interesting. Yeah. That's money laundering of 100%, yeah, for sure. There's no other explanation for it. They do it to avoid taxes. Classic rich person strategy. Always be avoiding they taxes. There's a movie coming out just about just that. Ooh, interesting. I would love to hear about that. I believe it's called The Kill Room. Let me look at it. It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it. Oh, apparently it already came out? Is this right? Or did people just get early previews and the reviews are out? It does say 2023. What happened? When did this... When? Okay, there's no user reviews, so I guess just early previews at some place. What the heck? Uma Thurman's in this movie. Crazy. I feel like you don't see her a lot these days. Or maybe you do, and I just don't recognize that it's her. Maybe that's how good of an actress she is. I can't remember the last thing I've seen her in. Yeah, I don't even know. I was trying to think of one. all I could think of was the really old stuff. Like, was it Pulp Fiction? Yeah, that's like the... it's literally the oldest thing she's probably been in. And that's the last thing I can think of her being in. Apparently she's been in a ton of stuff. What the hell? Let's take a look at her Wikipedia filmography for a second. If there's anything I've ever heard of. Oh, she was Medusa in that 2010 Percy Jackson movie. I do remember that role, and I do remember that movie, unfortunately. Maybe not her best work. Yeah, Kill Bill, she was definitely in Kill Bill. Was definitely a part of the Quentin Tarantino circuit for a bit. I remember that. Literally every other room on this list after the Percy Jackson one, I have no clue what it is. I don't know any of these. What the heck are any of these movies? Forgot all about Percy Jackson, and that was for the better. Hey, they're remaking the show. Or they're remaking the story into a show now. Let's see if that goes any better for him. People seem to be pretty hyped about the trailer, because it seems a little bit more faithful to the books than the movies did. So that could be something. She was in Nausicaa as a voice role? I had no idea. Please, no. Hey, I'm not the one who made the decision. She was in Les Miserables. The 1998 version, wow. Not even the other one. Making a new Spy Kids movie? Why? Simply why? Here's the thing got me thinking, hold on, since I've been watching The Expanse, I've heard a lot about The Expanse. I have not seen it yet, but I hear a lot of people talking about it all the time. Selma Hayek was in Spy Kids 3. Oh yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that. I remember too much about the Spy Kids franchise. I wish I could forget. Spy Kids 3D? Yep. Definitely saw it many times. Way more times than it ever deserved to be seen by a human being. Game Over? Was it called? Spy Kids Game Over? I don't remember. That I forget. The title of it I forget. Speaking of money laundering, yeah, that's for sure. Spy Kids was definitely just to launder money with the talent they had in it. Oh, absolutely. It's like the Adam Sandler movies. You know that every Adam Sandler movie he made after, like, Grown Ups was just an excuse for him to go on vacation with his actor friends. It was always the same cast. They were always going to some tropical resort in a different country. It was literally the only reason he made movies for a while. And you could tell that that is exactly what he was doing. 100%. And we couldn't stop him. People kept seeing the movies, and he just kept doing it. We only have ourselves to blame. Spy Kids 3D. Game over. Had freaking Sylvester Stallone in that movie, dude. Tax write-off plus a payday. He's winning. He's absolutely succeeding where none of us could even dream of succeeding. Oh, that's such a good song. I should play Xenoblade 3.
And you're telling me this song just plays in a location in Xenoblade, and I'm just supposed to play the game without trying to, like, zone out and focus on this music? That's, like, impossible. Still think his helmet needs to be a little wider. I'd love to do some voice work. I've been told I have a certain voice that's a waste. I was, like, thinking being known as a waste is like half my length. As a waste? What a weird way to describe a voice. Alright, well, we didn't finish all of the line art, but I simply must stop for today. And actually, now that I'm looking at something, I might want to touch it up just for, like, a quick second before we stop. He was looking a little too toned in the abdomen here. Let's beef him out a bit. Right, I got what they meant, but it was just funny. It's just the piss out of him a bit. I don't even know what they meant. I wish I understood. There we go. Beef him up a little bit in the midriff. Alright, we shall save. I think we're making progress. We're making progress. Interpret it as I had a good voice and I should do some, like, radio show podcast, and the fact that I wasn't is a waste. Oh, I see. Or they're just trying to say I'm trash. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I don't really know. Use your stage voice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the end of the stream. That's it. That's all I got. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. No I'm not. I'm Zotan. Thank y'all for stopping by. I'll be hopefully doing more of this tomorrow. What a segue. Yeah, thank you all for stopping by. It's been fun one this time. I got commission progress done. I got comic progress done. I was very stupid earlier today, but I have since... I feel like I've atoned a little bit. What with my dunce cap? I'm still gonna feel bad for, like, the rest of the day, though, about that whole thing. Oh, man. What a dummy I am. Freaking, fall into a goddamn coma every time I go to bed. I hate it. I wish I could just wake up like a normal person. But regardless, yeah, that's all I got for today. Tomorrow, more stuff. More comic. No Monster Hunter Worlds 2, I know. I'm very sad about that. But also my dumb idiocy and my slumber. That I cannot be roused from like an ancient dragon, but yeah. I'll catch y'all later, and bye-bye.